of the NBA.
It's Thursday night and it's the NBA here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side are analysts Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. From the sideline, we'll have the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a bit. It's the Chicago Bulls and the Portland Trail Blazers. And Portland starts out with the ball. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. We've got Mo Harkless. Michael Jordan is out there with Napier. Then it's Pippen. Here's Napier, and he's good on the three ball. Napier's got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for the Bulls. Inside, Grant, that's good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Napier gets to Jordan. Napier reaches to Jordan. Down low. Tice, a great 1-2 punch, beautiful pass, and nasty jam.
Yeah, and in terms of size, not your typical center, but man, he plays as big as any of them, thanks to that terrific leaping ability.
Here's Pondexter. He dishes it to Nurkic. From 10 feet out, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Boy, can he finish in the paint. That's one thing we know he's good at.
Tice, Jordan trying to free himself up, off the mark. His first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Pondexter, Chicago grabs the miss.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
The shot by Harkless, no good.
And it's not easy to get those stops at the rim, but he does a great job.
Yeah, he can make it look simple on the interior when it's really not. He knew exactly how to guard on the inside.
Here's Lillard, not loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take. Pippen kicks to David, and stolen by Lillard. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. There's the dish to Nurkic. His shot is good, making a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far. Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
And that's not the type of defense you want to play, right? You've got to make it more difficult than that. Layups are too easy. Boy, that makes them 4 out of 5 to start.
Oh!
Finding very good shots early on.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like Greg for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose. Portland trailing here. Dishes it to Grant. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Pippen. The pass to Harkless. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Yeah, getting there is before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
Pondexter with it. Guarded by Pippen. They get the rebound. Nurkic. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he has only taken 4 shots, off to a good start.
Boy, every time he goes up now, it just looks like the shot's going in. He's perfect from the field in this quarter.
It's good.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
McCollum gets to Lillard. Back to McCollum. Screen by Grant. Nurkic a screen on Jordan. Grant outside. Just 5 to shoot. Feeds to McCollum. They get a hand on it, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So for the Bulls, Phil Purdue's checked in for Pippen. Ellis comes in for Jordan, and Armstrong subbed in for Napier. Here's Armstrong, and a miss there off the inbound.
And that's really a function of the offense not working as it should.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's not how you capitalize on the offensive end. You simply have to be more patient.
Chicago leading by 3. For the key, they get it back, and stolen by Lillard. He feeds it to McCollum. Pulled loose. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Well, just loses his his head for a moment. That's not overthinking. That's just not thinking.
Got a piece of it. Grant kicks to Lillard. Passes to McCollum. Portland moving the ball. Lillard against Armstrong. 5 to shoot. Floats one. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Bulls going the other way now. From outside the arc. And that's collected by Grant.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Nurkic a screen on Ellis. McCollum kicks to Lillard. And taken away by Ellis. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
It is not easy keeping up with Monte Ellis. The quickness forces the issue.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Ed Davis is checked in for the Trailblazers. And so Monte Ellis nails both of them. Trailblazers trail by 5. And Lillard kicks to Pondexter. Screen by Grant. Pass to McCollum. Portland no good that time either.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's what he expects to make.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Pondexter kicks to McCollum. Pulled loose. And now Ellis running the floor all by himself. And yes, it's good.
Right, this is where Ellis is so lethal. Flying towards the hoop, a shifty, unpredictable player in the open floor.
And that replay brought to us by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. One of the more exciting plays in basketball.
How on earth did they let him get that hard?
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Ellis has got 7 points in the game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ellis. 17 seconds left to play in the first. Davis sets a screen.
Backcourt violation.
There, that'll be a backcourt violation. Eight seconds left in the first. Jordan, and he converts the layup. Jordan's got his second basket of the game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here.
Ooh.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls headed to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We'll return shortly. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at Chicago's performance. For Chicago, they won the last contest that game against the New York Knicks. The incredible pair of Lillard and McCollum are at the 1 and 2. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Perkins, and it's Davis in at the center. They're the group the Portland Trailblazers will start the second quarter with. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Fellas, Al Farouk Amino has established himself as a great defensive player, and he wants that recognition. He said, my goal every year is to be Defensive Player of the Year. I want to guard 1 through 4, and even 5 sometimes. I want it to be known that I'm a great defender. I want the league to recognize that.
Thanks, David. Aminu continues to prove his worth on the defensive end. His length and quickness certainly hard to deal with. And that one's good by Pippen.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Perkins, the pass to Davis. Picked away. Williams dishes to Napier. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. On defense, the Trailblazers trailing by 5.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
McCollum kicks to Davis. And it's Amino in the corner. Talking with his 3. here. Covered by Lillard. And dunked by Jordan.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Here's the pick. Perkins with the screen. Portland no good that time either. The Bulls leading by 9. To the inside. Takes it from 10. Here's Napier. Chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a full stretch offensively, for sure.
I'll tell you, he's been dry from three-point range in the second quarter after hitting one in the first.
Aminu, no one around him, and it's off from three-point range. Pippen, the pass to Jordan. Plays it up.
Timeout.
Jordan's
That was
got 10
nasty.
points.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
Really a disappointed effort on the defensive end, not offering any challenge at all at the cup.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. And here's McCollum. He's got 7. Chandler dishes to Lillard. Hits it from three-point range. Lillard's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Sometimes trailing in a game, players get sucked into trying to make that home run.
Out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession.
Well, that's an example of two teammates on a different page. They're both looking at each other like, hey, what was going on there?
Chicago making some changes. Harkless comes in for Williams. And B.J. Armstrong has subbed in for Napier. Chandler kicks to Perkins. Chandler is screened. They get a hand on it. McCollum left side. And the 3 off target. Chicago leading by 8. Here's Pippen, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. 8 points for him.
Continuing to push the action and build his lead.
You can tell they've got their foot on the gas pedal right now. No slowing down. The defense starting to look helpless.
And the basket by McCollum.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Armstrong kicks to Jordan. Over McCollum. The shot by Jordan, no good.
Boy, I'll tell you, he has plenty of space, but looked like a little bit of a hitch in that release.
And here's the fast break. Jordan leading the way. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, I look like Greg Anthony right here, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some hits to offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Pippen misses. Trailblazers trail by 9. McCollum right side. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. McCollum's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for Portland. Harkless the pass to Pippen from deep. Armstrong gets the bucket. Armstrong's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Okay, we got a nice little back and forth going here.
Well, I love how personal this thing is getting. If you drain a 3 on me, anything you can do, I can do better.
Grant, he's checked in for Portland. Pondexter comes in for Al Farouk Aminu. Kings checked in for Chicago. From deep, Jordan. The rebound by Grant. Here's Lillard. He has 5. Grant dishes to Lillard. Back to Grant. McCollum outside. And another 3 for Portland.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the trip.
Harkless the pass to King. Over Chandler. In the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And the Bulls lead by 8. 50 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Lillard. Grant outside. Inside. Kicks it out to Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. 8 points for Damian Lillard.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
2 points. That one goes.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence.
clutches in mid-flight.
Now that's some hang time. What a pretty double clutch move.
Agree, Greg. You can afford to get Dempsey on your way up when you've got that kind of space.
Well, he's obviously anticipating different movement there, and instead of an easy connection, the pass sails straight into the front row.
It'll count, and that's not going to go. And so it's Chicago, ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop.
Guys, they just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, a more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
And McKinney, what did you see from Portland?
I think they're giving this game away because of their turnovers. I mean, you may not control everything that happens out there, but you do control how much you value each possession. I think coming out of the break, they need to be more efficient to close the gap in the score.
Looking spectacular tonight from the air. Such a scenic location here in Oregon. And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Here's Jordan. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all filled up and on the floor to start the third. So for Chicago right now, Pippen is out there with Mo Harkless. And it's Michael Jordan, and it's Napier in at the point. It's tipped. Right wing, three-pointer, Lillard sinks the triple. Lillard's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for the Trailblazers. Outside Pippen. It's Pippen with the jam.
Another solid game from this guy shooting the basketball, just adding to this lead. So hard to defend.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. Lillard with a screen for Grant. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
And Grant, no good on that one. So for the Trailblazers, their last game, a loss to San Antonio.
Yeah, got in foul trouble and really played
Two shots,
out of his
gentlemen.
role and just couldn't overcome it.
I think you really have to think they beat themselves out there, right? You can't be fouling another team like that consistently, and that's just asking to get beat.
Good on the second free throw. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Now here's Lillard. Defense is right there. And stolen by Napier. And that one is hammered home.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like it. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Not only can he make plays for others, he can take it upon himself to finish.
Screen by Grant. That's a two from Lillard. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Grant's got 4 points this quarter.
Great beginning to the second half. Now 3 for 4 from the field.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, the Portland Trailblazers are developing a great chemistry for a young team. Damian Lillard takes the team to San Diego every September for bonding purposes, and he told me how much we like each other, how much time we spend around each other. That shows you a team that is really together. It is a unit. We have each other's back. Kevin?
And it's critical to establish camaraderie early on. Thank you, D.A. Sounds like Lillard has this team headed in the right direction. Back to Jordan, down low. To the inside. Dunk by Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Screen by Nurkic. Pondexter dishes to Nurkic. Comes up empty down low. The Bulls leading by 9. To the middle. Here's Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
I'll tell you, it takes fantastic vision and flawless timing to produce an assist like that.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them like that.
But Greg, no resistance, right? They're allowing them to get any kind of shot they want close. That simply can't happen.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Davis comes in for Grant, and it's Aminu in for Quincy Pondexter. The Bulls making a change here as well. Williams is checked in. Lillard with the bucket.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
Jordan kicks the Pippen. Back to Jordan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. 22 points for Jordan.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Jokic can't hit. The Bulls leading by 10. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. And 2 shots coming up.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. Free throw good, Jordan. Hey, Doris, on the subject of league expansion, Commissioner Silver has said the 30 teams feels about right at this point. How long do you think it's going to be before we add another franchise or 2 to the NBA?
Right, let me just say that I completely concur with Commissioner Silver. The last thing we want to see when the NBA is at its peak in popularity is expansion that might dilute some of the competitiveness that we want to see happen. The bigger question right now is these super team issues. Are we at a point where there is such disparity between the best teams in the league and the worst? Let's address that first, and then we can look at expansion down the road.
So you do not like the super team aspect that we're beginning to see formulate from time to time?
I don't necessarily want to say that. I think the jury is still out, Kevin. We have to see how the next 2 or 3 years plays out as it relates to both Cleveland and Golden State. I think there was a period in the 80s where it felt like it was the Lakers and the Celtics every year. Let's not overreact, but certainly let's not add teams before we make sure we are where we need to be from competitiveness standpoint.
Bulls making a switch here. Purdue's checked in. Jordan the pass to Napier. McCollum against Jordan. Napier kicks to Jordan. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Here's Lillard. He's got 14. Screen by Nurkic. Lillard attacking. Davis kicks to McCollum. That's in there. Davis with the assist. McCollum's got 19 points.
Talk about stretching out a defense. He's been unstoppable tonight.
And I'll tell you, he's nailed everything in sight, and how efficient he has been from outside the arc.
Trailblazers trail by 11. Shot from 12. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough. They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
McCollum dishes to Davis. Kicks it to Aminu. And a miss there on the triple.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Here's Jordan, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Portland. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. That free throw missing. And the 2nd free throw, good. 32 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Nurkic a screen on Jordan. Off the pick. And McCollum with the slam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does great. Jordan kicks to Pippen. It's good from long range. Pippen's got 14 points.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
And so it's Chicago, looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. Right back after this break.
defensively, we got to give a little more pressure to their shots, all right? Make them make the second, third.
Terry Stotts drawing the line defensively. Doesn't want the first guy with the ball to beat him.
And that's where a total effort is needed. Get back quickly, match up, call out screens, really the complete package.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Lillard and McCollum, the star-studded backcourt. Nurkic is out there with Davis, and it's Pondexter in at small forward. That's the group on the floor for Portland.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
He kicks to Nurkic. Second chance shot, and he sinks the layup. Nurkic has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Trailblazers. Michael Jordan on the wing. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic. And the first one at the line is good.
And after attempting no free throws in the first half, now he's putting the defense back on its heels.
Horace Grant, he's checked in for Ed Davis.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Screen by Grant. Pondexter dishes to Grant. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's Jordan, and it's Jordan with the jam.
And now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that
A
dunk?
nice way to pad that lead a little more, you're right. And Lillard kicks to Grant. Now a timeout called by Portland. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear Terry Stotts talk to his team during that timeout. He was not happy with their play. He told them, we're getting outworked out there. Simple as that. We got to dial up our effort. Kevin, we'll see if they have enough to get it done.
All right, thank you, David.
Pretty devastating, actually, to turn the ball over like that and surrender 2 more points.
That was a terrific replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Lillard against Armstrong. McCollum misses off the right eye.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Offensive rebound. The feed to Armstrong. Sinks the three-pointer. And the Bulls lead by 18. And Portland with the ball. Screen by Grant, and Lillard kicks to Nurkic. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Nurkic has got 4 points this quarter.
I'll tell you, he's been one area they haven't had to worry about tonight. He's been scoring at will.
Jordan can't get it to go.
Boy, a little too casual on the layup. Temporary loss of focus. Not good.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Oh, he's been outstanding offensively. His performance has been one of the things that's gone right for them.
And Pippen gets it to go.
I'll tell you what, his accuracy has been the story of this game.
No doubt. I mean, he's doing his best to guide his team to victory. Superb job shooting the ball in this final period.
Lillard from outside, and it's King with the rebound. King's got his 3rd rebound tonight. A shot by Jordan, no good. Trailblazers trail by 16. Cullen passes to Pondexter. Nurkic setting the pick for Lillard. Here's Grant, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 5 assists tonight.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team and get a lot of open looks from it.
And it's Jordan with the jam.
You know, they barely needed other contributions. This lead has been built through his offense.
McCollum dishes to Grant. The pass to Lillard. Back to Grant. Feeds it to Nurkic. Shot clock at 6. Pondexter from outside. Rebound by the Bulls. Pippen's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Jordan. Count that bucket.
There's Jordan.
Jordan's got 10 points in the quarter.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive. Really steady from the field.
Trailblazers trail by 18. Timeout called by Portland. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low, and with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
And now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Michael Jordan.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's envy. Here's Lillard. And it's McCollum in the corner. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone. And now they are probably too far ahead. It's going to be nearly impossible to get back in this one.
Well, there's no doubt. They're really clicking. What an amazing all-around effort to take a huge lead like this late in the game.
Michael Jordan on the wing. He is guarded by McCollum. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Doris, we know there's a lot of trash talking on the court. Some of it is unfriendly, some of it not so much, just kind of playing around. When do you consider comments going over the line?
Well, given that I'm not necessarily privy to exactly everything that's said, I imagine much of it not PG rated, Kevin.
No.
I would say that's an issue for the players to decide. If you step over the line, you're going to feel me in some way, shape, or form.
I don't know, though, we've ever had a time in any professional sport, but in particular the NBA, where there has been a real feeling of community among the players, though. I mean, I think in the olden days, there was genuine hatred, and there's some of that now. There's really a feel like, wait, we are all in this together.
Maybe too much so. Like, I enjoyed watching Larry Bird, who was supposed to be amongst the best trash talkers, get into the head of the player. Draymond Green is the current iteration of perhaps the best trash talker. I say, listen, let him yap a little bit. Nothing wrong with that.
He's taking Kevin Garnett's place in that regard, I think. There's a minute left to play here in the fourth. There's the pick. The dish now to Aminu. 6 on the shot clock. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. A three-pointer, no good. So it's Chicago now. And they double up Jordan. 4-on-3 break. Here's Baldwin. The shot that time, not on target. And the Bulls going the other way now. The drive by Jordan shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
At this point, they're completely overwhelming them. The opposition looks totally defeated.
He misses the free throw. Shooting for Portland, Al-Farouq Aminu. He hits the second from the line. Out left to the wing. From 8. Off target with that shot. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.